After years and years of career and being successful and doing all these things, I don't want to say that there was an emptiness inside of me, but there was always something that felt like it was just out of reach. And so decided to give up the business aspect of my life and picked a spot on the map, and it happened to be Jax Beach. Moved down here 4 years ago, and on the very first Sunday, I think we were flipping through the phone book and found Beach Church. And went to the very first service on the very first Sunday we were here. Jerry was preaching, and the message really was different from my experience of any church. The message was real practical and really hit me hard and well. And you know, the music was different, and I'd never experienced anything like that. And so it just kept coming and meeting a whole bunch of people and talking about religion and faith. And I explored a bunch of different religions as well during that time. Buddhism and Hinduism and Yogiism and you name it, any ism, I grabbed a book and studied it. And I always kept coming back to Christianity because it just seemed to make a lot more sense. But I had a lot of questions, and I'd ask people, and the answers were sometimes not very satisfying. And so while I was growing in my faith, it wasn't really at a place where I was happy with. Then I was invited to an Alpha class, or an Alpha program, just a few months ago, earlier in the summer. And that really had a significant impact on me. It was an environment that I could ask my questions, and they were pretty tough questions, and it wasn't seen as disrespectful. It wasn't seen as judgmental, and people weren't judging me. But the most important thing from the Alpha class that I gained wasn't the specific answers to my questions. It was the peace that began to form in my heart, in my life, in dealing with the struggles, either day to day, week to week, month to month, the really big struggles that come on a yearly or whatever basis. That's what the Alpha class did for me, is to make the answers to my tough questions less important. And it wasn't that I needed to have the facts laid out for me anymore. I still do to some extent, but it's the proof for me is in the peace I derive from reading the Bible, from staying engaged, from volunteering, and just being part of the community of Beach and Jax Beaches, and helping out. And that's proof enough for me these days to help me get past some of those questions that either have no answers or are just tough to answer. I think the potential of an open environment like Beach Church, and with programs like Alpha, the potential for reaching people and changing people and helping their lives and helping them come closer to God and to Jesus and the Holy Spirit is amazing. Beach has always been an environment where I could participate and belong without necessarily believing everything exactly the way everyone else believes. And the patience that Beach displays towards people like us, like me, has been a great environment to grow in the mission of Christ, which is to reach more people.